Today, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed Congress. In a 52-minute speech, he attempted to shore up U.S. support for the ongoing war in Gaza. The war started when Hamas militants entered Israel in October. According to Israeli authorities, 1,200 people were killed and more than 250 hostages were taken. Netanyahu is framing the conflict as one between good and evil.
We meet today at a crossroads of history. Our world is in upheaval. In the Middle East, Iran's axis of terror confronts America, Israel, and our Arab friends. This is not a clash of civilizations. It's a clash between barbarism and civilization.
Meanwhile, on the House galley, 5 people had to be removed and were arrested for disrupting the speech.
This was the scene earlier today outside Union Station in Washington, D.C. as protests broke out during Netanyahu's visit to Congress. You can see anti-Israel protesters carrying signs as they chanted, "Palestine will live forever." Protesters also started burning a Netanyahu figure in front of Union Station.
The Prime Minister was invited by House Speaker Mike Johnson, who has continued to criticize President Joe Biden's handling of the war.
Democrats and Republicans are divided on the Prime Minister's address amid ongoing tensions in the Middle East. Our political reporter Darielle Fair has you covered on which of our representatives were and weren't at the speech.
Close to 80 House Democrats and multiple senators were absent for his remarks. Wisconsin Representatives Mark Pocan and Gwen Moore on that list. Vice President Harris was notably absent from the Prime Minister remarks, Republicans accusing Harris of putting politics over Israel's allyship with the U.S. While the vice president serves as president of the Senate, Harris, becoming the presumptive Democratic nominee, has called her to the campaign trail with just 104 days left to the November election.
And I would not expect someone who just became the presumptive, I think, Democratic nominee in the last 48 hours to, be in D.C. In reality, this, I don't think, was exactly an address of importance. And yeah, I think that's why many Democrats did not go today.
During his remarks, the Prime Minister urged congressional members to provide additional bipartisan support to Israel, harshly attacking protesters who have spoken out against the Palestinian casualties caused by the conflict. Netanyahu later asking American leaders to, quote, give Israel the tools and they will finish the job. President Joe Biden and Vice President Harris will each meet with Netanyahu separately on Thursday. Trump has also coordinated to meet with the Prime Minister at his Mar-a-Lago estate on Friday, but the GOP caucus did not criticized Ohio Senator J.D. Vance for missing out on Congress's joint session earlier today due to his latest role as Trump's vice president pick.
To make the decision not to come is a major symbolic decision for the vice president to have made. I think that was the wrong decision. I think she should have been in attendance. I think it's to the benefit of everyone. On the Republican side, you've seen unquestionable support for Israel.
The Prime Minister's address comes as the death toll in Gaza has reached nearly 40,000. Ceasefire negotiations still unsuccessful after President Biden laid out a three-phase plan to release hostages and end the war.